Okay, so I finally figured out what time it is. A lot of time has gone by. It's really weird. I got kidnapped, and now I'm back, and I don't even understand what all just happened. So apparently a few months have gone by since that battle. All of the bays were ambushed just as I was ambushed while just simply sitting outside, and then it got really cold and snowy, and I didn't like it. Well, I guess it's time to really explain what has been going on. The evil bays have been taking control of the ecosystem. They have been throwing off all of the weather, and it really has been something else. Several months have passed, and it is now at the end of October. Now around the time of Halloween shenanigans. For this whole entire time, all of the bays went out on a great training journey. They wanted to go and get stronger, gain more power, so that the next time that the evil bays showed their faces, they would be ready. However, even after all of this training, they still do not have all of the power that they need in order to take down these evils. There is still a lot that these bays need to learn. Their bonds have gotten stronger, but they must get way stronger in order to be able to fully take down the evils that await them. The following skit takes place on October 30th, up at the cabin. Okay. Did everyone make it?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody's here.
What can I say? You bays of this generation, you're not too bad. All you needed was just a little kick in the pants. You all need to get stronger, though. But all that training that we've been doing over the past few months really has been paying off. It's interesting. It's reminding me a lot of Hades. Hades? What do you mean? Isn't it desolate and cold? Or not cold. Really, really hot. Isn't it really desolate and hot down in Hades? Yeah, but it's also cold as well. There's two different sides of Hades. That's the secret about Hades. People usually think that there is only the hot part, in which there's just a giant lake of fire and all the bad souls go there. Which obviously not all the bad souls go there. Bays were just sent there in the past. But there's also the desolate, cold area of Hades, where bays are frozen. It is the basic principle of nature, the yin and the yang. The unbelievably bone-chilling cold that will stop anything. And the crazy blazing hot that will burn away anything. They both are two sides. They're sides of the same coin. That makes sense.
So yeah, you told us about Hades, but it's a given. That's not everything. That definitely is not everything you wanted to say. And still, I can't believe my master, Master Begiridos, was taken down all those months ago. My rage has been only building. My defense has only been getting stronger.
We all feel you, Gollum. We all understand. A lot of our friends got taken down in that battle. Still unbelievable. Those evils waited that long in order to come out and surprise attack us. Well, now that we've been doing all of this training, it is time for us to tell you the true story. In case something were to happen again.
It is time for you all to know the real truth. The story of Beyblade's history.
The full history?
Yes, the full history. We will not explain it. Simply, all of the descendants here have different pieces of that history. Each of them will tell a certain part, depending on what era they relate to.
Long ago, before the great village, Coma Village, a star fell from the sky. It fell in the town of Coma Village, created a massive crater. That power was used to create the Beyblades of the past, including my ancestor Pegasus. In the past, there was a really, really great battle. A battle in which the dark power of Lightning El Drago was released, freed from the chamber that had been closed in, deep in the confines of Coma Village. My ancestor Pegasus fought against him. The first time he did lose, in such a crushing defeat that he almost never bladed again. His base spirit was broken, but then he went on a great training journey and got that confidence back. He continued to get stronger, but at the same time, he was very overconfident when he got that great power. He then had to challenge a very, very strong Bay. It was known as Fireblaze. He lost, his pointer was broken, and he almost did not make it into Battle Bladers. But through sheer will and determination, he fought back, managed to get enough points, and actually made it into the Battle Bladers final. He made it all the way to the end of that great battle. A lot of his friends, but he used all of their Bay spirits and managed to defeat that very strong Bay, Lightning El Drago. After that, it set up the basic principle for the Beyblade World Championships. My ancestor took a great part in that championship. Went and actually chased the legend himself and tried to defeat him. Actually managed to defeat him one time. My ancestor Unicorno, however, did not do the best in the championship. Managed to win one battle, but every other battle he did lose with sheer power. But from that, his team still managed to win it. Managed to even take down the team of my ancestor. So long ago. My direct ancestor. After that, there was the great crisis of Hades City, in which the city itself began to float in the air. A power called Spiral Force was released from a certain bay. A certain twisted basalt bay. The ancestor of some of the basalts of the past. Basalt Herogium, Twisted Tempo. But that great Pegasus and that great dragon, who then became a very good, strong bay, managed to take it down. And it led to a dazzling glow that lit up the earth from the heavens. When a dazzling glow lights the earth from the heavens, a new star fragment will arrive and awaken a great power. My ancestor Anubis had heard that legend for the longest time when he was a kid, and it ended up coming true. All the legendary bladers back then that were seen as true legends that saved the world gathered together. They had to go around and find exactly who all had the power of that star fragment. Some bays used it for good, other bays used it for evil. At the very end, because of all that conflict, the god of destruction, Nemesis, was revived. So all the bays had to gather together and fight it. The Dragon Emperor himself tried to battle. Back in my other form, way in the past, I tried to take down the god of destruction and absorb his power and make it mine to become the ultimate dragon, to create the strongest ultimate dragon, make it be born, and that power would be all mine. But it backfired. That power was absorbed. The god of destruction was reborn. I went and tried to fight him, and I failed. I was nearly completely killed in that battle. In turn, I had to give the remaining power to Kenta, to Flame Sagittario, and he fought on to help save the world. When those bays all battled together, they managed to defeat the god of destruction. The god of destruction did manage to take down all of those bays except my ancestor Pegasus, that had been fully evolved by that point. He had to use the power of every single blader on Earth in order to even stand up to the god of destruction. It took every blader's power in order for him to beat it. But he took all that power, he held it in, and he used it against the god of destruction and defeated him and became a legend. It was after that that the 0G bays were created. 7 long years recovering, building everything back. I'm getting snippets of my memory. Ifraid? I am the descendant of that great Ifraid. I of course had to learn that story. I know a lot of that story after. After those 7 years went by, that's when my ancestor Ifraid showed up. He went. He battled really strong trainers. He managed to face that Saramunda of the past. The first time he lost, but then he had to go to a tournament and attempt to face him again and manage to take him down, all while at the same time making new friends and rivals, such as Aragia, Reviser, Dragoon, everyone. That's when the power was passed down to me. My fate was decided. That I alone would possess the power of the Jet Black Dragon, or my ancestor at least, had that power. And then, after even Neo Battlebladers, that great battle in the past, where Ephraid managed to win, the Dark Nebula again began an uprising. It was revealed that DNA was actually still in control of that evil man who managed to survive even after the Nemesis crisis. The man that gave a burden to all of those bladers, even at the very beginning, around the first Battle Bladers. It was revealed that he did not die. He was still very much alive. He even created the ultimate plan in order to take down every single Bay of the new generation. However, since everybody joined their power together, Zero, Jinga, Shinobu, Kira, Yoshio,
They all managed to stop him and take him down.
Gollum?
Yes, it was just like that bond that Master Kira had with my ancestor Gollum, my ancestor Yoshio. That is how we have that bond. We are their direct descendants after all. It did take a while. It did take a very, very long time in order for that power to be passed down.
After DNA was taken down, that is when the World Tournament began. But unfortunately, that World Tournament with the Zero-G Bays would never become a reality. It is one of the darkest parts of Beyblade's history. So dark, in fact, that it wasn't even acknowledged in the show.
What do you mean not even acknowledged in the show?
Hey, they're breaking the fourth wall. Are they gonna get in trouble like I've been getting in trouble?
No, because it's really relevant to this plot.
What? Because it's relevant to the plot? That's stupid. What do you mean?
Just keep listening, Jupiter. I should yell at him for breaking the fourth wall, but all this makes sense. It's really mind-blowing, too.
All right, then. Well, then answer this. What happened? Why was it such a dark period?
This is where I come into play. Back after that battle, after the Nemesis crisis, my power was passed down. The power of that great Perseus back then was passed down to me, as his direct descendant. I, with the Black Excalibur, had the mission of coming all the way to this generation, waiting patiently to be able to tell this story. After the Battle Bladers tryouts happened, a mysterious dark force came back and managed to take down all of those bays with absolutely no mercy, complete fury. That was the God of Destruction, who really had not been taken down back then. He did not physically show himself, but he released a plague of power that made every single Bay and Blader weak and sick. And it sent them all to the depths of Hades. So all of the complete history of that generation back then, both the Metal generation and the Zero-G generation, was sent to Hades and perished.
That is, until I returned. I gained power. I was not completely defeated. I may not have bladed again after that, and did pass my power down to that Dragoon. But I waited patiently to gain my power back. My bay was broken, but I trained every single day to get stronger. Way stronger than I was in the past. And I came back and battled against the God of Destruction and managed to take him down. I thought it was for good. But then it was revealed that it wasn't.
Oh my God, my head! Oh man! I'm remembering all these things! What the heck?
Bull, what's wrong? My head, it hurts. It really, really hurts. I'm getting like memories. I don't know why. I'm seeing a bunch of visions.
Visions? What visions are you talking about?
Visions of a table. Sitting on a table. talking to a wolf. To a wolf, at least. And Susan? My aunt?
Is it possible? You're getting visions from the original Bull. You're getting visions of those events. Well, say what you see, Bull.
Well, I mean, that's the main thing I see. Being on that table, talking to, like, my aunt, which is really, really weird. And then all my aunts and uncles and my father just facing off in battles. And I mean, that's all I'm getting right now.
This sounds weird, but I get the same feeling that Bull does. Imagine my father back then talking smack to your dad. And I talk smack to you. I guess it's like father, like son after all.
Hey! It's not funny getting bullied, you know.
True. I just gotta mess with you. Fact is, you did win that tournament. So you got my respect. But you're not winning again next time. A lot of events happened back then. Those legendary bays before they were even legends all being together. And then going off to the college. I think I could fill in the rest of the gaps here. Like I said, I oversaw a lot of the things that happened even in the past. When you're forced to separate yourself from everybody and just observe everything so you could spread on the tail, you don't leave out any details. Even after all of that history. And El Drago actually taking down that nemesis. That is what led to the creation of that past generation. Those bays, those legendary bays. Orion, Sagittario, Susan, Bull, all starting at that table, trying to get stronger. But then a dark force showing up. Nemesis. Still not being destroyed back then. It managed to somehow survive after El Drago's great battle with it. The battle took a lot of its power, but it needed to get the power of the star fragment from all the other bays. And it continued to battle them the entire time. All in the while, the bays got stronger. They went out to the college, met the other bays, split up, went on their own journeys, went on different journeys throughout different parts of this entire country. And they got stronger. Once they did, they all came back together and reunited. They had a great, great battle that led to the biggest wedding in history.
Between our parents.
Our mom and dad. Bull and Wolf. Wow, this is all really making a lot of sense.
After that, all of the bays went on different training journeys again. And they got even stronger. They continued to go to different parts of this country. Even going all the way out to the West Coast, to Cali. They really did travel everywhere. And that's how they got that strong. Oh, those days back then, man, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Even the battles that we had couldn't prepare us for what was to come. Both the God of Destruction and the Cyborg Dark Dragon emerged. Back then, the dark power was not taken down completely. It manifested itself into a new being. The Dark Dragon. Over time, it got stronger and stronger, to the point where it evolved into the ultimate cyborg Dark Dragon that was hell-bent on taking down every bay. And not only that, the God of Destruction as well, becoming the ultimate God of Destruction, gaining power never seen before. Nemesis was revived yet again through all of those battles. Wait a minute, in the past, that wedding, that was around the time when our ancestors made it to these woods, right? Yeah. I remember hearing stories about your ancestor being a jerk, leaving my ancestor out there in the woods. No. The story is that your ancestor left my ancestor out in the woods because he was struggling to fight a bear, and then your ancestor decided to go and just leave him like a freaking tater tot. That's not how I'm remembering this. Well, that's how it happened. That's how I found out from my ancestor. Yeah. I don't believe that story's true. Nah, what he said is true. I see y'all, and I know all. He kind of did leave him out there. What? I told you. There we go. Theory debunked after all this time. In your face, Sagittario. In your face. In all seriousness, that battle back then, it was grave. Every single bay almost was taken down. Only 2 bays managed to make it to the end without being defeated. That being the mother of Bullwolf,
the bulls, and Jupiter. Phantom Wolf herself. She was the only one, as well as the attacking bull. Bull evolved into 2 different versions, and it's a given that you are his son, considering you evolved into 3. Like father, like son, I suppose.
Man, this is crazy just hearing all of this. That you know all of this.
It was my duty to remember all of it, so I can spread the tale to all of you in this generation. Using their bonds and heated bladed spirits, they managed to take down those evil bays back then. But it came at a price. All the other bays were taken down, and the bays that did manage to survive it had to reproduce for the next generation. After doing so, they used all of their power to create you, and in turn, were sent down to the depths of Hades. And Hades is a tricky place. Not any bay can just get out of there all easy. The bays down there, they're spirits. They do still live on, but they must use their power in order to bring back bays, and in order to teach the bays of this generation an important lesson that they will need in order to fight the evils. They knew that somehow, some way, the evil forces may live on, and in turn, they must use their power in order to send some bays back to tell this tale, even if that means that they have to use some of their power and give it to descendants. And that in turn created a lot of you. Some of you bays of this 0G generation got small little pieces of other bays from the past and don't even realize it. Some of you have your own path, but also some of you bays were brought back from the depths of Hades to spread on this lesson, and you have done well. Now the bays of this generation know what they need to, or almost know everything, that is. That is the story of how we got here. But there is one prophecy left that they passed on. Perseus, do you want to do the honors of telling them? Of course. It is this. When a bone-chilling cold surrounds the entire earth, a brand new star fragment will arrive and awaken the strongest power in history. Another star fragment coming to Earth, and it has already been dispersed to all the bays of this generation. Even some bays of the past. Bays down in Hades used their power so that some of us could be sent back. And the power of that star fragment is what helped us to survive. And to also get stronger. Stronger! So that we can show you the true power of not only your generation, but the past generation. And have some epic battles for America. And now it appears that there is an evil force out there. We have just scratched the surface with this. We must now figure out who exactly this evil is. What evils linger out there? We were ambushed out of nowhere. We had no idea what the evils were. But then after that battle, those months ago, we found out the hard way. When our friends, our colleagues, were sent down to Hades. My parents may be the overseers of Hades, but as I said, no random bay can get out of there. But there might just be an extra key that we are not realizing here. It's a given that the 0G bays need to get strong bonds. When you do, you'll be able to awaken a power that has never been seen before. A power that cannot be moved. A power that cannot be budged. A power that not even the bays of the past could do or could obtain. You all must get really strong bonds with one another in order to awaken that power. But as I said, maybe there is a way that we can get a closer connection to Hades and figure out exactly how to take down these evils or what we need to do. Well, what's the way? I want to save my master Begarados.
Yes, also Saramunda, and also the other bays that went down. What is it? How can we do this?
It's simple. My parents.
What? Your parents?
That's right. You did say that you do have your father who is the true overseer of Hades, right?
Well, not just my father. My mother as well. The thing is, both of them cannot leave Hades. They must maintain it. That's how I was able to come out here. Because they still both maintain the power down in Hades. If anything, maybe I'll be able to have one of them come to the surface. Give me one moment. I have to feel these auras. After all this training, I should be able to tap into my true potential that much more. Shalom, namaste.
What the truck is he doing?
Kamehameha.
All right, now I know he's just putting out some stupid gibberish or something.
Bull, don't interrupt him. I think I got it. I could sense it. One of my parents. Their power is somewhere on this earth, but it's far, far away. It's on the complete other side of the country. Maybe they have the answer that we need.
So we have to travel to the other side of the country?
Oh snap, road trip! Whatever we have to do to get Master Bagarados back, and all the other bays that went down. Hold on, everyone. There's a thing with this. All of us being sent out there, you do not have enough power to send every single one of you bays out there quite yet. We must still train. Yeah, you've all gotten a lot stronger, but that would require a lot of power. This is an important mission. But since we do not have the power to take every single bay out there, only select bays will be able to go. Well, let's have a battle to decide it. I want to go out there. I'll crush anybody that stands in my way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I want to battle.
Enough, everyone. There's only one person that knows who exactly will go out there and who needs to go out there. And that is Hell Pegasus. That is right. Since not everybody can go out there, only select few will be able to join me. I, of course, need to go because I have the power.
You got the power? You got the power!
This is no joke. Since I have the power of hell, I can go out there, because then one of my parents will reveal themselves to me and show that they really are on the planet. It's a simple cloaking mechanism, but knowing that their son has returned to them will surely bring them out. But these are the bays that need to join me. We need strong bays in case something happens out there. If you cannot make it out here, I deeply apologize, but you will stay behind and you will continue to train. Even going out there ourselves, it will be training. When I say your name, step forward. Obviously, myself. Aquila. Yeah, gonna battle for Murica. Storm Pegasus. Sweet. Flame Bull.
Oh yeah, man. It's gonna be sick.
Burn Wolf. Oh yeah, man. Can't wait to go out for this thing. Screw Uranus.
Still can't believe that's his name.
Yeah. Laugh it up. Thermal Sagittario. What? Really? Oh, snap! Storm Leone. You're not going without me, Sagittario. Samurai Pegasus. Awesome! Gravity Perseus Stamina. What? Really? But father, you heard him, didn't you? Yeah, okay. Pre-hybrid Libra Pegasus. It's my honor. That is everyone. I had to mainly choose bays from the past generation just in case we were attacked. Because think about it this way. 0G bays, they are more off balance and such. But facing bays of this generation, the old generation, they do not stand a chance. Because we have more balance and such. So we must go out for this. And also, you Pegasus, you have a lot of attack. And great power. You should go as well. There's one more 0G bay that I think should come along. Efraid. Me? Me, Efraid? Yes, you Pirate Efraid. Sweet. Now, we have a force strong enough to handle anything when we go out there. This will be a dangerous mission, but we need to go out there and find my parent so we could truly find out what we need to do and get the remaining pieces in this puzzle, this catastrophic war puzzle. When we return, we will have those answers, and hopefully my mother or father as well.
So what all are we gonna do? We're gonna keep training, of course, to gain more power. You all just stay safe. We'll be here, training and getting stronger. Understood. We will be okay. Please be careful. We got ambushed all that time ago. But if it happens again, we will be ready. Stay safe, everyone. We will see you soon.
Yeah, let's do this, man. This is gonna be sick. Whoosh.
Oh, man. Can't believe I wasn't chosen. I'm a giraffe, and I'm a really strong giraffe.
Not being chosen to go out on a mission that could possibly bring Master Gyarados back?
Ugh. Still can't believe I wasn't chosen. I'm number one. You hear me? Number one. No use complaining about it. Let's go and train some more and get stronger. The next time those evil bays show up, we will be ready. So you think. Doesn't matter if you have an entire army of bays with you. We're going to crush you here and now. What?
You're done.